Bronx Bombshells. Here we are. You ready, Miss D?
I am always ready, Miss A.
All right, let's do it. Let's do the reveal. Hey, everybody. Hey, hey, hey. How is everybody today? It's Love Fest. It's a Love Fest today. It's a Love Fest today. How is everybody today? We got the pink and the purple. The two Bronx Bombshells in the building. Did it? You look good to me. You look fine. Hey. Hey, Matthew. Hey, Elijah. Hey, everybody. Lila.
Okay.
Everybody says we look fabulous. Can you see me?
I see you now, and
okay. You look fine. There's nothing frozen.
Thank you. And how are you today? And how are all of our viewers and friends?
Yes, everybody is in here screaming. Mama Lexi, Miss Tarot D. Oh, we got somebody here. We got Isabella from Spain. Hey there, Empress Love. Hey dear, hey Madam Maru.
Oh.
And Tapestry of the Unseen, and our beautiful Hermana and your goddaughter Selena, Essence of the Moon.
Is Selena there?
Hey Gaia Bear Claw. Hey all my little peeps. Nancy's here and Fatima. Everybody's here for you, Miss Tarot D. Hey Cosmic and the Fabled Witch. The Fabled Witch has never been on my channel before. This is something or cosmic.
Well, welcome. I'm so glad that I'm bringing all the people to the party.
You bringing all the people to the yard. Your milkshake is bringing everybody to the yard.
To the yard. Should we give a little disclaimer and remind the little people that sometimes we can have adult content? Go ahead. Tell me.
Yes. Okay, everyone. This is an adult channel today. This is still your favorite Lexi, but we are with Miss Tarot D today, and we are adults. So if this is too much for you, this is not the live for you. You can come back and see Lexi tomorrow. On Monday, ain't done nothing to nobody. Okay? Because we're not here to offend anyone, but you have to remember, Lexi is not Miss Rachel. Lexi is Lexi. I'm a grown sexagenarian queen, and Miss Tarot D is the Bronx Bombshell. And we do use certain language. We will never be disrespectful to you, but we do speak a certain way. We are adults. So we want to put that disclaimer out there. Okay, everyone? Lunas, my son Lunas said, Miss Tarot D, you're stunning. You're stunning.
Oh, thank you, my dears. I'm so happy. Did you say that Selena, Essence of the Moon, was here?
Yes. Selena, we have something to say. Miss Tarot D wants to say something to you, Selena.
Look at my little sister. Look. I'm wearing your lipstick. Thank you, my beautiful dearest, for sending me this gorgeous shade of red. Mwah. Besos.
Yes. I'm wearing red too, by the way. I'm doing my drag look today for my drag sister. And where is where's my child who told me to do this in the first place?
Theo or which one?
I'm looking for
Here's Theo.
Roman. I'm looking for Roman. Hi, Theo. Hi, Ash. Mary. Hi, Mary. Mary is my friend, Miss Tarot D from Arizona. We've been friends for over 25 years. Yes.
looking to have a
That's
friend
right.
that old.
We met in and she's also a Leo.
Now I really
So
like her.
today, yes, of course. Today we are the Leo Queens today. And
We
we
don't.
wanted to open it up today. Dee would like to do Ask a Drag Queen. So what questions would any of you would want to ask Miss? Let's open up the floor to some questions. Hi, Maggus. How are you, Maggus? Hi,
Oh,
Coffee. How are you, Coffee? Hey there, Elijah.
and there's
Trying to say
Ash, one of your mods. Hello, everyone. I can. It's a little.
a little fast.
The chat
Everybody in
in the chat in the big room is slower than the chat on our phone.
chat. Yes,
So,
yes.
but I'm a little delayed, but that's okay. It's okay. My
Okay,
husband would
okay.
tell you I'm always delayed. So, you know, but
Hector says you're late for everything. You're late for
I'm
everything.
I'm late. I'm late. So, while the people are thinking of some questions, let me tell you about an
Yes.
exciting event I went to yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so yesterday was um, the 14th annual Bronx Pride and Health Festival. And it's very exciting because let me tell you what happened. About 15 years ago, we used to have a LGBTQ center in the Bronx. And unfortunately, not everybody comes to this work with a pure heart.
Right. Yes.
And the
Yes.
director ended up embezzling the money.
Oh
Yes.
my
And it
goodness.
result she of course she was arrested and she did jail time, but because of the scandal, a lot of the donors didn't no longer donated and the center closed.
Oh no.
Yes. Um, so because of all that, we didn't really have a pride event every year the way the other boroughs, Manhattan has one, Brooklyn,
Yes.
Queens, other states. So a dear friend of mine, a very wonderful old drag queen by the name of Apollonia Cruz, who used to
Ooh.
be she was a big diva in Miami, and then she moved back up to the Bronx. She took it upon herself to get the community involved and organized, and she had the very first Bronx Pride Health Fair. And it was a small little event, and people would just come in, and we'd have some communities-based organizations giving out information and things. And then some of her friends who are entertainers volunteered to perform. And she has been doing this now for 14 years. She's
Wow.
kept this event going, and she gets very little. She doesn't get any big corporate sponsors. She gets a little bit from a local politician. Maybe a bank might give her $100, $200, and it's mostly through private donations.
Yes.
And with a budget less than $5,000, she puts together this whole big show, and it's literally nonstop entertainment from 11 in the afternoon till 6 at night. One performer,
Wow.
she has about 20 different drag queens and kings and up and coming recording artists who are trying to, who volunteer their time. And she has community members helping to orchestrate and do the backstage and provide food for the entertainers. And the local politician gave everyone, all the volunteers, a special certificate on behalf of his office. And she's been doing this for 14 years. So I just,
That is amazing.
it's a wonderful, wonderful event. She's a beautiful, kind-hearted person, and it's so wholesome. It's very family oriented. So a lot of family heteronormative families come out with their kids as well, and the young people from a LGBTQ community come. And there's yesterday there was a young lady. She was about 12 years old, and she's a rap singer from Brooklyn. And she
Ooh,
performed. She now had a platform to perform, and it was just
yes.
wonderful, wonderful. So yeah, yeah. So that's where Miss Tarady was yesterday. Um,
Yes.
it was a little
I
too
love
hot.
that.
Yes, it was a little too hot to be in drag, so I
Oh my
didn't go.
gosh, I can imagine.
Uh, but next year, my health permitting, I plan to go and set up a booth to do tarot readings, and all the proceeds will
Yes.
donate back into the event to
Back to
help her
them.
with the
Yes.
expenses. Yes.
That is awesome, Miss Tarot D. Oh my God, I love that.
Yes.
Where in the Bronx is the center?
So now she doesn't have a center. But I'm glad you mentioned that. This all comes out. She organizes this through her apartment, basically. But we had the event at
Okay.
a place called Crotona Park. I don't
Yes,
know.
of course.
Yes, it was at Crotona Park.
Yes.
Um,
Okay. My
but
aunt used to live near Crotona Park.
yes, but I'm glad you mentioned that because 5 years uh, they did open up a new LGBT Pride Center in the Bronx, and they also host a Pride event. And that happened a couple of weeks ago. And I don't know if I told you I went. A friend of mine took me and just made, he
Yeah.
he got me the Gatorade and made sure I stayed in the shade, and and they did
Yes.
it too.
Yes.
But this is a little bit different because this one feels more community based,
Right.
and all the
Right.
performers are volunteering their acts.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
and they're up and coming, some of them, and some of them have been around. There's one of my friends, her name is Egypt LaBeija, and I don't know if any of your viewers ever watched
Oh,
the
it was
TV show.
the Beja was on Paris is Burning, correct?
Yes,
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 of course.
yes, right. So Miss Egypt
I
LaBeija
love that.
she's one of the aunties because she's one of the original members of the House of LaBeija.
Yes. Of course I know La Beja.
So she performed.
Yes.
And if you go on my Facebook, she's the one. I tried to do a live yesterday, didn't really work so well. But if you
Hmm.
go on my Facebook, she's the one that's wearing a little star here on her nipple and the beautiful gown coming down the rest. Very
Okay.
tall, beautiful woman, but you'll see her. Yeah.
Yes.
So, and she's also appeared in the movie Stroll. Uh, she's she's been on the TV show Pose. She's been on Pose, and
Yes.
she's been in so many other film and media.
Yes. So many things.
But
So many things.
she also performed. So yeah, so it was a lovely, lovely day. It was a
Yes. Yes. That's awesome.
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go to the chat. We've got lots of chat here.
Yes, please.
Let's see. Let me get back to something here. Um, oh, my little friend Y wants to be an artist. Y is has submitted some video to a museum in Norway. Y is from Norway. So congratulations, Y. I hope that works out for you. Selena said, Madrina, when are we doing a live? Don't be booking Madrina while you on my live, sissy.
Gina, Essence of the Moon, came up with a wonderful, wonderful topic. Um, because for those of you who do not know, and you need to subscribe to her channel, Selena is a very, very powerful witch. She is.
It's very powerful.
We've been talking about, how to use magic to glamorize. So we want to have a show talking about the magic of glam and how through when you're doing your drag, it is magic. It is intentional. It is ritual. It is magic. And you transform who you are and who you want to be. And you literally can walk out into a new environment and pass. And that's a form of magic. So, Selena, we would like to do a whole conversation around glamour, the magic of glamour.
That I'm sure everybody would love to see that. That's an amazing topic. And I also want to congratulate mi hermosa hermana Selena, who hit 1,000 subscribers today. Today, we love you, hermana.
Yes, 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 she is. She's working.
Can you see me?
Now I can.
Okay, I don't know. Something, I told you, technical difficulties. So pray, everybody. Send your good juju, everybody. Send the good juju. Theo, one of the questions Theo asked was your coming out story, Miss Tarot D.
Theo, okay, let me see. How do I put this in a cute little synchronized story? So, Theo, you have to understand that when I was younger, we did not have computers. Um, and the topic of homosexuality, because they didn't use the word gay, they used homosexuals, was not even on TV. There was one TV show called Soap, and I don't know if you remember that TV show. And one of the characters was gay, well, homosexual. But they quickly changed that storyline after the first season. And to me, and then there was another TV show called Three's Company, where a male was trying to share an apartment with two females, and the only way the landlord would allow that to happen is if
He was gay.
gay, but they would never use the word gay.
Never.
They would always make like, oh, a wink and a nod that there was something different. So for Miss Tara D, there really wasn't any kind of visibility out there. And I remember when I was, I don't know how old Theo is. I'm thinking Theo, they are young adult, 16. Okay. So around my adolescence, I only knew of one person that was considered gay, and he was extremely flamboyant. And I remember all the neighborhood kids would call him Queer Mike or Faggot Mike. So I was like scandalized and scared and confused because I was like, well, I don't look like that. And I don't act like that because growing up as a teenager, I was not effeminate at all. I was very butch. And I was kind of like passing heteronormative, so you couldn't tell if I was gay or straight. And I had girlfriends and whatever. Um, so I was very confused. And then when I read a book, and the library in the school had only one book, and it was a psychology book about clinical work with homosexuals. And the book had to be written in like the 1950s or something. And basically, everything in that book was about homosexuals, right? Not gay, not queer, homosexuals, very clinical, and how they were suicidal and depressed and couldn't have relationships. Everything terrible that if you choose to be homosexual, basically your life was going to be doom and gloom. So Miss Tarady had to stay in the closet for a very, very long time. Uh, Unfortunately, I couldn't date boys. I couldn't go to the prom with a boy. I had a secret little affair with other boys, right? Behind the gym or whatever, but nothing that was romantic, like the
Right.
other kids. So I
Right.
stayed in the closet for a very, very, very long time. And then what had happened was I lived with a foster family for a year, and they were very religious, and I used to go to church with them. And then I started to believe that God made me, that I was a mistake, that I was a mistake, and that God couldn't love me unless I was cured or healed. And I went through a lot of self punishment, and I tried very
Yes.
hard to change and pray away my sexuality. Um, and then I, I joined a religious order, and I became a monk. And when I was there, I told my supervisor, I have something to tell you. It's something I'm very shameful about. And he said, what, you're gay? And I said, how do you know?
Ah,
This, well, we all kind of talked about it, and we all kind of thought you were. And I said, oh my God, are you going to throw me out? And he said, why would we do that? I
do
said,
that.
because it's sinful, and it's a curse. And now this was a very, very pious, holy man. Okay? Very pious man. And he turned to me and he said, God does not make mistakes. And God made you gay so that you could see the world from a totally different perception.
I love that.
Wasn't that beautiful?
Yes.
And I mean, I was dumbstruck because it was the first time that anyone ever told me that I was not a mistake and that God loves me, no matter who I was.
Loves you no matter what. God is a forgiving God. God made us, God loves us. It's not an abomination or any of those things. And if you let somebody tell you that, no,
No.
that's not your truth. No,
And I think what made it
no.
real for me was so I was in the house with five other men who were all heterosexual. They weren't gay, but they were very fraternally, they loved each other, very like brothers. They truly loved each other like brothers. And I think because this my supervisor literally lived a gospel lifestyle of love, openness, caring and compassion
Yes.
that I was like, wow, here's somebody who's really living the life telling me that God loves me, as opposed to some
Yes.
horrible person out there who pretends to be a Christian, who pretends to be
Ah,
religious, but yet all they
yes.
want to do is criticize and badmouth and torture queer kids.
Yes.
So,
I had a discussion about that on my live stream yesterday
mhm,
about people under the guise of being Christian and being hypocrites.
yes.
So yes.
So that's,
Yes.
I came out to them, but I
You
didn't
know,
tell
I
them out.
love that
Yeah.
person said that to you, that your supervisor, Miss Tarot D, because that is just amazing. And everybody should have that attitude.
Yes. So when I after I left the brotherhood and I returned back home because I realized I was too young to make a lifelong commitment. There was other paths I needed to follow. I eventually came out to my mother, and I I we had a conversation over coffee in the morning, and then I went to work. And when I was at work, I got a phone call, and it was from a dear friend of mine. And he said, "So you told your mother you're gay?" And I said, "How do you know?" "Oh, she's going up and down the neighborhood crying to everybody about it." And I was like, "Oh,
Wow.
Lord, what in the world did I do?" So when I got home that night, all of my possessions, my clothing, my papers, everything, were put in black garbage can bags and left in the hallway. And the lock was changed on the door.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. And I must have been, I think I was 22, 23 at this point. So I just took my bags and I didn't knock on the door. I didn't ask to be let in. I just took my bags and I kept it going. And I jumped from couch to couch until I found a place to stay. And I was kind of homeless for a while. And then I eventually made my own way. And my mother and I made amends. She made
Yes.
amends to me, um, and she's like, "Oh, you can move back home." And I said, "No, no, 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 no. Never, ever, ever will I allow anyone to make me homeless again." And I would not go move in. But what was wonderful was my father never judged me, never criticized.
Yes. Yes.
That was my coming out story.
Who cannot come out to their family and feels like they are a mistake, but there are no mistakes. You're not a mistake, Theo. No, 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 no.
No, you know who are the mistakes? Absolutely, yes. So there are no,
Just going on here, it keeps flashing. So just in case.
so one of the things. Mhm.
I hope, Theo, that you heard that story. That
Thank you, thank you. Mhm. Yes. So I always tell. So during October is National Coming Out Month, and we actually do group of friends of mine. We go to Fordham Road and we give out information to caregivers and kids. One of the things that I tell kids is there's no rush to come out. You know who you are. You don't.
okay on Fordham Road?
Yes. Um,
That's awesome.
make
My mother
sure.
used to shop for me on Fordham Road. at Alexander's.
Mm-hmm. When you're ready to come out, make make sure you are safe. We good? Sure. So my advice to young people and even to older people, there's no rush to come out. You know who you are, and you're going to have your own tribe, whether it's in person or in thing. The thing to remember is don't come out until physically you are in a safe environment, because we don't want
Yes.
kids to come out and become homeless.
No.
Okay. I work for an organization, and we have a program called Streetworks. And what they do is they drive around, and they engage homeless youth. And you would be surprised how many adolescents are homeless because when they came out to their families or their families just suspected they were queer, threw them out. And they jumped on a bus and they traveled all the way to New York City looking to be for acceptance, but now here they are in the streets. So, or sometimes when kids come out, their friends who they thought were their friends or their relatives might abuse them and hurt them to in order to change them. Or there are
Yes.
some religious organizations that try to do what's called conversion therapy, and that's where they almost tell you, oh, we're going to give you therapy, we're going to make you better, but it's actually a form of torture. So don't feel you need to rush to come out unless you know you are safe and that you have a safety plan. Because if you come out and things don't go well, what can you do now? Where can you go? How can you sustain yourself? How can you get help? Make sure you have a plan. And there's a lot of hotline numbers you can call and talk through this with them and get information like what are some organizations in your area that can help you, uh, or help your family who wants more information. So I hope that helped you.
Yes, I hope that helps. Okay, let me get to the comments. I may have to change locations, but I'm trying to stick it out here for as long as I can. My beautiful Tago said, hi, Mommy, and hi, Miss Tarot D. Hey there, Rain, Necro. Necro said,
Yes.
we have so many people that are saying hello to you. Um, everybody loves our pink and purple vibe. And I'm trying to see if we have any more
Yeah.
you out individually. I'm so sorry, but I'm came here to show your love to Miss Tarot D. Witch, thank you so much for coming to my channel. I don't think you've ever been here before. And Maggus, we love you, of course. And Nancy, my beautiful, sweet Mary and Lila. We love all of you so much. My beautiful friend, Empress Love. And let's see, we've got to get back to something else. I know Theo had something else to say. Nancy said that the event with Apollonia, that sounded.
Beautiful, beautiful event.
See. Oh, somebody told Theo. Oh, poor Theo. Somebody said they told me so. You date boys and girls where I'm by, they said, so what does that mean? You can't pick one. And then someone said, yuck to Theo. Well, Theo, they don't understand. When people don't understand things, that's when you have a bullying situation, or you have people who are very narrow-minded. They don't understand because they don't know what certain things mean. They don't know what it means to be bisexual, or they don't know what it means to be gay or to be a lesbian or anything. A lot of people, it's ignorance because they don't understand. So I wouldn't take those things to heart and take those things personal. They don't understand it. They don't know you. So don't ever take those things personal. Don't take those things personal.
That's true.
Yes.
If they ain't paying your bills, don't let them rent space in your head, dear.
Exactly. Exactly. Do not. Do not. And you know, Theo, you're a young person still, and it takes time to get that grit like the Bronx bombshell and I have. You know, we had two Bronx bombshells because I was born in the Bronx, and the Bronx is my home, and Miss Tara D is in the Bronx. The Bronx is her home. And, you know, you don't want us to go Bronx on you. They don't want us to go Bronx. That's right. And Cosmic, I wanted to say again, thank you so much for coming and seeing your girl, Miss Tarot D.
No, let me tell you something. Cosmic Orphan is from the mountains of Tennessee, is it? He's an old school hillbilly. He's a downright hillbilly, self proclaimed hillbilly. However, he is so open minded and well educated and so accepting and so caring and loving. And it just goes to prove that just because you're a country pumpkin don't mean you gotta be a cucumber. You know, you could be loving and caring. So for some of you kids who live out there in the rural areas where there isn't another neighbor for miles away, or you live up in the mountains of
Yes.
the Appalachians, know that there are other people out there who are accepting of people like you, of your tribe. And Cosmic is a fine example. Him and his wife Deb, very loving, caring people. And they stand up in their community. They don't hide who they are or their beliefs. They are very stand up individuals, and they make it known.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I've got something here from oh, I can't even hear you. Are you okay? Did you say something again, Miss Tara G? Were you done?
I'm done. I'm waiting to hear these
Okay.
wonderful questions from these amazing young
Yes,
people.
yes. Miss let's see. Oh, I lost it. In his mid 30s. She
Mm.
says, my heart hurts for the hurt he must have gone through and feeling like he couldn't be himself.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, yes. And you know, it's so hard. It's so difficult. I am not a part of that. I am a part of that community because of my
You
beautiful
are.
Zoe and
That's
because of
right.
all my beautiful friends, my sisters and brothers. But for me personally, I'm not. I can't even imagine how hard it is. It's hard for me being a Black woman, period. Period. Point blank, period. I can't even that I identify as something, a hard time, especially when you're a young person and you're young people, Theo, and I have some other young people, Ash, in my community. They have so many different identities.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that as you get older, you're going to learn that things are going to change. Right now you're in that experimental process. And you know who you are, but you don't know who you are yet a lot of times. And it's going to evolve as time goes on. You're going to keep evolving. And you're going to be all kinds of different things and identify as all kinds of different things. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing. This is the experimental time and process. And if you cannot come out to somebody that you trust, an adult who you trust,
Mm-hmm.
these mothers can accept it, and a lot of our parents can't accept us the way we are. I love my daughter no matter what. She's my child, and I love her. Some people don't have that mindset. Some people don't have that mindset, and some people don't love themselves, so they can't love you and meet you where you are. They can't meet you
Mm-hmm.
where you are. So
Yes.
I want to say to Theo and to all the young people, I noticed that you all have all these, oh, I'm this and I'm that and I'm this and I'm that. That none of that matters. You're you. You are you. And when you feel like telling somebody else, then you do that. Don't let anybody bully you. Don't let anybody tell you, well, you're not this and you're not that. They're not in your body. And
Yeah.
like Miss Tarot D said, don't let somebody take up rent space in your head. These people
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
don't pay for your room and board. These people don't take care of you. These people are nothing. Don't let any of that discourage you for what you, if this is how you feel, this is how you identify, this is how you want to live your life. Never let anybody discourage you. Never let anybody discourage you. Because after all else, divine spirit, God, whomever you align with, loves us. Just become an adult and learn that no matter what other people think about you, it matters what you think about yourself. And loving yourself. That is important. So don't beat yourself up. I know it can be a very lonely, lonely, lonely place. It can be a lonely place, but we love you here.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Lexi does what I do every day. My channel is for inclusivity and positivity. I love you. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter who you love. I love you just the way you are. I meet you where you are. Some people can't meet you where you are. Some people can't meet me where I am. So that's those people's problem. That's not your problem.
That's
And
right.
I want you all to know that if anybody has is familiar with the most amazing Don Miguel Ruiz, and Don Miguel Ruiz books, but he has a book, The Four Agreements. This is a little pocket version.
Mm-hmm.
And when we do a giveaway, I think I'm going to give one of these away. This is a little pocket version. And in this book, Don Miguel Ruiz says it's not your business what somebody else thinks about you. It's not your business.
Amen. Amen.
Right. It's not your business. Let them do them and you do you. That's it.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yes. Yes. Let's see. I'm trying to see. I don't see if any of the mods can give me some arrows or tell me who made questions. That would be awesome. I don't see a lot of questions. My beautiful Mary Willoughby says we need to accept all people for who they are. Amen. Amen. My beautiful girly kind right now, she's on the Amalfi Coast. She just got engaged. She just found out that she was pregnant, and she is way pregnant, like 8 months pregnant. She didn't know. Girly, my girly.
Mm-hmm.
That God loves you how you are. You know, Mary and I, we used to work together,
Mm.
and we worked for the census in 2000. Mary and I, 1999 to 2000. Zoe was a baby. Zoe was 1 year old, getting ready to be two.
Oh.
When Mary and I worked together in Phoenix, Arizona, and Mary is such a loving person, and Mary works harder than anybody I know. And somebody who has that, and that's what I say too. It's not a disability, it's your secret special power and an ability. I walk with a cane every day. I have degenerative bone disease in my back. It is very hard for Lexi. I don't let that stop me from doing anything that I want to do and from being me. Doesn't stop me. So don't let somebody saying to you, "Oh, yuck, you're this, you're that." They don't know you. Don't let that stop you from being you. Never let anybody stop you from being your true self. Never. Never.
So, Tapestry of the Unseen asked a question, Miss Tarady, how did you get into Tara? And then the Fable Witch also asked a follow up kind of question. What inspired you to combine spirituality and drag? So I'm going to answer those together. So I've always felt intuitive ever since I was a young kid. And then when I was in my early 20s, I used to hang out in Greenwich Village a lot. And Greenwich Village back in the day was kind of like cool. It still is, but then, and very bohemian. And um, there was a witch uh, store. And, it was kind of mysterious and, exciting because you never saw things like that. So I would go in and I would look around and I was scared but intrigued and curious at the same time. And I was dating someone uh, who they were trying to be helpful. So they one day surprised me with a tarot deck. And for some reason, the when I opened this tarot deck, I started having migraines. And I was like, oh, so I thought, oh, maybe something's wrong here. I don't know. Maybe I'm touching something evil, or maybe I shouldn't be doing this, or whatever. But then I was having dreams, and in my dreams, I kept seeing these clouds, white clouds, white clouds, white clouds. And one day we went into a store, and they had all these. Back in the day, they didn't have a lot of different decks like they do now. Maybe they had like 5 different variety. And as I'm looking at them, there was these white decks. The back was white and it looked like clouds. And I was like, oh. So I asked the salesperson, can I see those decks? And back in the day, they didn't have open decks. You either bought it or you didn't. If it's not like today where you could see flip throughs and whatever. And she said, well, I can't open it. You're going to have to buy it if you really want to see what they look like. So I took a chance and I bought them and I fell in love with this deck. And it was called the Conley deck. And the Conley, I can't remember her first name. She's actually a Christian. She was actually Catholic. And she got a lot of trouble, backlash, because people are like, how can you be a Catholic and be a tarot reader and do esoteric stuff? And she wrote 3 books. The Journeyman, no, the Journeyman, the Apprentice, the Journeyman, and the Master. 3 books on learning how to read tarot. And I just fell in love with her deck, and it came natural to me. And I started reading. I've been reading since my early 20s tarot, and then later on in life, when more decks had more access to more decks, I started to find different that I liked. So then I found a deck called the Divine Diversity deck, and it's created by Joe Phillips, who actually just came out with a book, and he sent me a preview of his book to proofread, to review before it went to print, and now it just came out on printing. I think I just published the piece.
Yes,
But
yes.
I love his deck because it had diversity in nature. It had men, women, Latinos, Asians, all type of people, uh, queer people, um, and it's just a beautiful deck. And the backing is purple, so that became my go-to deck. But that's how I got into Tara, and why I combined. I liked drag. I think drag created an opportunity for me to drop all my worldly inhibitions.
Yes.
Um, it allows me to rip away the constructs of the day-to-day life that I have to lead, to pay my bills, to navigate, to whatever. And when I'm in drag, and it's almost like a portal that opens, and it allows a deeper part of my spirit to come out and connect in a greater way with the spirit world. And I feel that when I read in drag, I almost can read at a higher frequency. I don't know if that makes sense. And it also allows me a level of protection, because I work with a lot of government agencies, and if some of the places that I worked with, if they knew I was a tarot reader, it could impact my clients. So for a while, I was just drag. Not only allowed me an opportunity to come out, it also allowed me a way of protecting myself. So I was able to combine both. And it's just been a beautiful, beautiful partnership. Right now on YouTube, several of my friends are doing the Divine Masculinity Challenge. And they've done the Divine Femininity, now they're doing Divine Masculinity. And doing drag allows me the opportunity to really bring together the intersectionality of masculine and feminine together in a spiritual way. So that when I read, I'm not reading as a male reader or a female reader, but I am reading as an integrated spirit of both masculine and feminine qualities. And by masculine and feminine, I'm not just meaning male, female. I'm talking about positive and receptive, dominant and submissive, um, strong and nurturing, or aggressive and nurturing. I'm bringing in the two polar opposites together into a more meaningful self being. I hope that answered a question without getting too esoteric.
I love that answer to that question. I have an answer to that question as well. Not about being dragged, however, although I am dragged today.
Yes.
But the question, I get that question all the time, is how can you be Catholic? First of all, people say that Catholic are not Christians. Well, I believe in Christ, I'm a Christian. It doesn't matter if I'm Catholic or not. And because we pray to saints, we're supposedly not Christian. And that's a whole nother topic that's another Oprah show. And but cards and things, that was a message to me from Divine Spirit, that when I needed more help, I've always wanted to do cards since I was a little girl. And when I had gone, I spoke about this on In Orbit with Ramon. And as a little girl, I made friends with an older lady. She was probably older than my mom. And she worked in a store that had all these big, beautiful geodes and crystals and amethyst and rocks and everything. And that was the first person who introduced me to divination. And I've always had a pendulum and crystals. I've always had a penchant for all of those things, but I have never done the tarot and not read the oracle. And when my mother passed away, I was getting that feeling that I really want to do this. I really want to start doing the tarot and the oracle, and I did it. And I needed something else. And God put it in my spirit and says, you know what, do that. Whenever we read our cards, first of all, we are not fortune tellers. And this is what I have to tell the kids every day. They're not fortune cards. We are not fortune tellers. We use our intuition. We gather our energy from those who are asking the questions and different things to read. And we ask divine spirit. Now, divine spirit, source, those things, those can also be other words and terms for a higher power, for God, whatever you want to say. That is who gives us our intuition, who helps us come about what we do when we read these cards. It's a very special thing, and it's a very special feeling. And I see somebody in the comments here. I don't know if somebody took that out, the comment out or not. JFR says, do you believe in God? First of all, that's not what we're talking about. But yes, I do believe in God. But that has nothing to do with reading a tarot card or doing an oracle card or anything else that I love. That has nothing to do with, one thing has nothing to do with the other, in my opinion. In my opinion. And I get that question all the time, and a lot of, or you get the question from people. It's like, ooh, I'm scared of that, and whatever. There's nothing to be scared about. And first of all, the cards never lie. Maybe it doesn't resonate with you, and that's fine. If it doesn't, leave it for somebody else. But the cards don't lie. It resonates with someone. If it's not you, it's with someone. They don't lie. I have never read a card or done anything that has said anything wrong. It has always resonated. So I just wanted to put that out because I know there's so much confusion in the community, in the tarot community. A lot of us here are people who used to maybe go to church and do things, who don't do that anymore. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. I am Catholic, born and raised. I will be Catholic until the day I die. I have my saints, I have my altars, I do my rosary, all of that. That doesn't prohibit me from a card deck. I still do my cards because I love that. And I love how it makes me feel and what they tell me. Now, we did have in here a question. Somebody wanted a reading, and this would be from Miss Tarot D, because this kind of reading is something that I don't know if we're doing that today or not. That would be up to you, Miss Tarot D. If you wanted to do readings, we've been here for over an hour now. How are you feeling, by the way? And that would be up to you. I had no plans of doing readings. And if you want to do readings, we could by all means do that today. And somebody wanted a reading. This is Brina 41. She wanted to know, and I'm just putting this out there. If there are more questions, we're going to get to the questions. She says, may I have a message from my friend Bart, who has passed? He feels close this morning. Thank you. So that was from Brina 41. And that was put in the chat a few times. And I know that Heather had mentioned it. Violet, one of my mods, put it in, because I did ask the mods to put the question, keep putting the questions in so we could see them. And Violet did put it in a few times. So if that question is to be read, I leave that to you, Miss Tarot D, because I don't I have never read or done anything from the beyond or someone who has passed away. So if that's something that you are interested in doing, we can. But if not, Brina, then we can refer you to somebody else for that. Miss Tarot D is shuffling. So that means Miss Tarot D is ready to do something. Yes, and everybody, please don't forget to hit the like, share this live stream. If you're new here, please subscribe to Miss Tarot D or to myself. We would appreciate that. We thank you so much for coming.
So this is for Brianna.
Yes, this is Brina.
Brina, my apologies. So Brina, I personally don't tap into loved ones who've transitioned over.
Right.
I have friends who do. However, I do work with my spirit guides, and I did ask them to, what message did you need to hear today? Because it sounds like you're asking for a message from the universe. Um, Hopefully, you were trying to connect through your loved one, but maybe you could still get that message through a different path, and that is through my spirit guides talking to your spirit guides. So the word that came for you today is, and I'm using a beautiful deck called the Divine Abundance. I'm going to show you it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay. And the message that Spirit wants you to hear is for today is extraordinary. There is a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. And can you see that? It's a gorgeous,
Oh, it's a beautiful. Is it a
it's a
peacock?
purple peacock.
Beautiful.
Kind of reminds me of me today. Should have been.
Yes.
But the message for you, the Spirit wants you to know, is extraordinary. To honor who you are as an individual. And if your friend who transitioned was to pick up the phone right now and give you a call, they would say, loved one, dearest, remember who you are. You're special, you're kind, you're caring, you have a beautiful aura. And whatever you feel is trying to dim that light, okay, you need to shake it off. Shake it off and remember who you are and that you are extraordinary. So the message from Spirit for you is, the message you needed to know today is that you are of value. You matter. You are important. And you are unique. Okay?
They appreciate your kindness in reading, Miss Tarot D. And Brina, look at the card that came out for you, my love. This is from Bart for you. It says friendship. Friendship. And you see there are two mermaids here. Friends. This card came out for you. The message with this card is phone a friend. Find someone on your own wavelength to spend time with. Being with like-minded friends is the tonic you need right now. And I feel like that message for you, Brina, is Bart saying, I'm still here with you, friend, but you need to find somebody that you can talk to and you can trust. I'm here with you, gang, gang. What Lexi says every day, gang, gang. I know my people are gang, gang here with me every day, but they want me to move on and they want me to find that other close friendship that I need. And Bart is saying to you, reach out and find a friend. Bart is like, I'm always going to be with you. I'm always going to be your friend and I'm always here. But find that friend for you. Find somebody else that you can reach out to because there's somebody else that I'm sure in your circle, somebody that probably reminds you of Bart. And, you know, sometimes we have these earth angels. And I'm sure you've probably even talked to somebody, and that's probably has been Bart talking to you, and you didn't even know it. So I want you to think about that, you know, about that friendship, that special, special friendship, that special friendship. Because Bart was your special friend, and Bart is like, I'm always here, and I'm always going to be your special friend. But now it's time for you to move on and get somebody, get another friend. That friend is never going to be Bart, but Bart wants you to get to find somebody else that you can tap into. So I hope that that resonates with you. I hope that that resonates with you, Brina. Yes, Brina says that he was always kind and caring. I feel that. I feel that. So I hope that resonated with you, Brina. I hope that resonated with you.
That during this week, you're going to get a sign from your friend, and it's going to be in the way of a song. You're going to hear a song out of the blue. You're going to walk somewhere. You're going to hear a song played, and it's going to, when you hear that song, it's going to be confirmation that your friend is reaching out to you and just confirming that they're okay and they're at peace and that they remember you. So throughout the week, so if that happens, please let Lexi know, and she'll let me know.
Please let me know so I can tell Miss Tarot D. Please let me know that. Yes, that was a beautiful question, Brina. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that question. Thank you so much. Did anybody hear? Oh, one of my subscribers, Stitch Fan, there, I think Stitch Fan's sister, I can't remember, had a gender reveal. And it's a girl. I told them to come back and let me know what was the gender reveal. And it's a girl. So congratulations, Stitch Fan. Congratulations. Okay, Brina says it does resonate. I'm so glad, Brina. I'm so glad. I'm so glad, Brina. Yes, everybody's saying congratulations, Stitch. And Brina says that they will definitely let me know when they hear the song from Bart. Very good. Very good. Ah, thank you, big girl. Big girl says, I love your hair. This is the only time you're going to see this hair. It's today for Miss Tarot D. Ah, okay, let's see. Hello there, Leo. I didn't know, did anybody? Yes, and if you're coming in just now, please feel free to rewind and go back. Miss Tarot D really spoke on a lot of things and answered some really, really, really excellent questions. Excellent questions. Oh, Mary, my friend Mary Willoughby says she would love a positive reading if your energy desires.
Spirit guides. Hmm. Mm. Okay. Mary. So I'm reading from the Oracle deck, the Cosmic Journey, Yanking Silver. Let me show you. It's a beautiful little deck. And the card that came out says, deliver your greatest gifts to the world. Deliver your greatest gifts to the world. So you know what that means. I think you're being challenged to step outside of yourself and to share your gifts that the universe has granted to you with others, or to let them shine. So you're now being called to service, whatever that may mean. I think you know what that means. You're being called to service. And that is because you have certain special talents that are very unique and very powerful. And they bring light into the world and they can help others heal. So deliver your gifts to the world. It's time to step up and not be selfish with these special gifts and talents that have freely been both bestowed upon you. Because to not use them for the betterment of society is almost like a slap in the face to the gods. So you asked for the reading, you got an answer, but now you have work to do, girl. You have work to do. Okay? Deliver your greatest gifts to the world.
I love that, Miss Tarot D. Mary is such a bright light. Mary helps so many people and does so many things. And
Mm.
I feel that that message should definitely resonate with Mary. Mary and I, besides working at the census together, we worked for the state of Arizona together. And Mary is somebody who works so hard, studies so hard. She's worked hard, studied to get her education. And Mary is um, just a beautiful love, just a beautiful, beautiful love. So I love that Mary. Mary is always helping her family, her children, her grands, everybody. So I love that. And I asked for a spirit also, Mary, to tell me what, and this spirit was like, oh, tag team with Miss Tarot D, because the card that I got, and spirit gave it to me, I did not pull it. This was a jumper card. I got it from my girl Sonia Choquette, who I love so much, the Ask Your Guides Oracle deck. And the card that popped out was Surprise. And this is from the Joy Guides. And this is Surprise. And I love this card. And the Joy Guides, they're amazing. And the message for this card, based on Sonia Choquette, the message is surprise. The universe loves you and is showering you with beautiful new opportunities. This is piggybacking right now on what Miss Tarot D just said. Get ready to experience the fun of it all. So basically, the keywords to this card are spontaneity, change, opening, and a breakthrough. And like Miss Tarot D said, get out there. Your light is bright. You want to get out there and do things. And I know that about you. I know that energy that you have. And so basically, be receptive, to the opportunities that come your way, and say yes to invitations that may be out of the ordinary, because something new might be in there that is for you, that you weren't even thinking about, weren't even expecting any of those things. So say yes to the invitations that may be out of the ordinary for you, because these experiences, they're divinely inspired, and they will benefit you in every way. They will benefit you in every way. So I hope, Mary, that those two readings resonated with you, my beautiful Mary. Also, Miss Tarot D, our beautiful Selena would like a message as well. See?
I just got a hot flash.
One next to me here blowing. Woo!
Ooh.
Mi hermana. Ah! Look at the sun come up over me. Confirmation! Confirmation!
From the divine abundance. It's called divine flow. The divine flow. And eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others to follow the Tao, the divine flow at all costs. Let me show you and then I'll expand on that. The divine flow. What's going to happen, what's seeking to occur is that while you have so many things on your plate, there is one particular aspiration that is going to take precedence over all the rest. It is the one that needs to be addressed the most. It, in doing so, it's what's going to give you your greatest fulfillment. So, all the other things that you are doing in life, they are to sustain you. But there is one aspect of your existence that will take you to a deeper, more enriching, powerful self, where it is not about being sustained, but it's truly about living. It is the essence, it is the core, it is your connection to the divine spirit. It is that invisible string that goes from the universe to the top of your head and fills your whole being. So that is your divine flow. And you know what it is, you feel it, and it's going to come to a greater bubbling to the surface until you can't contain it anymore. And you have to let it just flow out, just come out, just erupt. Because out of all the things that you are doing in life today, there's that one spiritual component that seeks dominance over everything else. And nothing else matters if you don't have this. Nothing else matters in your life if you don't truly have this one aspect of your spirituality that's allowed to grow. Everything else just is blah, blah. So I don't know if that makes sense to you. It's I think I got a hot flash with you, Selena, because the message from Spirit is so strong, that it overwhelms me and my skin and my body and my heart. And Spirit has so much that it wants to say to you. And there's just not enough words. And what you're being asked to do is you are literally being asked to take a moment in time to just sit blank slate and ask Spirit to speak to you, to give you a better understanding of this message. Because while you're going to say to me, I know what you're talking about, Miss Harity, I understand what you're talking about, there's so much more to this message that I just can't verbalize. And Spirit wants you to just sit and let Spirit to Spirit educate you, inform you, and acknowledge to you what is that true purpose. I hope that makes sense. Did I lose Lexi? Or did she fall asleep? Yes. Yes.
The card that I pulled, these are the backs. So pretty. So pretty. And the card that I pulled for you is your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold suddenly propel forward. Move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention most. Make decisions rationally but sensibly. And I love this card for you because, you know, Selena, you are growing and moving, and you are such a bright light, and all your witchy magic and your witching energy. And that's kind of come over here to your big sis, because you said to me, you're like, Lexi, you know that you're a witch, and you know that you are for good and to do good things, and just like you. And I know that your life is about to start moving. Our lives are moving. This trajectory is going so fast. You and I started here at the same time. Look at where we are. Look at how spirit and our guides have blessed us and are pushing us. And look at your father and my mommy. And they're here. They are here. 11, 11, and 12, 12. They are here with us, Selena. And this train is just going to keep going. And there's nothing but the best is yet to come. This It's just coming. It's coming. Everything good and everything positive, mi hermana. And I love you so much. You know that I do. You are the most generous person that I know, and you and I talk on a regular basis, and we have those heart to heart conversations. I trust you, you trust me, and we can talk about everything. There's no phoniness, there's no fakeness, there's no false pretenses, none of that bullshit. And I love you. I see you. You know I'm freaking proud of you. And this card was for you. Miss Tara D said it, and this said it, and I'm saying it. You know your magic. You know it already, sissy. You know it already. So siempre, siempre, te quiero mucho. I love you, honey. I love you so much. I got the goosies. Yes. Where is Bobby Boo, by the way? Selena, where is Bobby? You know, Bobby always tells us about our tits. Where is Bobby? And where's my primo Ramon? Where's my primo? Ah, they are. They truly are. They truly are. Okay, let's get back. Yes. Yes. Me too. Me too. Yes, mi hermana, your big sister forever, your big sister from another, from another. Anyway, we were sisters anyway in a past life. That I know for sure. I know that for sure. It's so many things that Selena and I have been through together. So I know that. Yes, we are. We are so in sync, Bridget. Bridget, the fabled witch. We are so in sync. I'm so glad you're here. I really am. You know, I feel like there are rock stars amongst us when anybody comes to my channel because I'm like, who's coming to Lexi's channel? I know everybody's coming today because everybody came to see the #1 Bronx bombshell. I'm the #2 Bronx bombshell, but everybody came to see the #1 Bronx bombshell. Oh, Miss Tarot D. Mary, in the pinned comments is Miss Tarot D's channel, but Miss Tarot D's channel is Miss Tarot D. MSTAROT D. That's Miss Tarot D's channel.
To Drixfin. Did I say that right? Emma?
And Emma lives in Korea. And Emma right now is in the hospital having several surgeries. And we love you. Emma says, hi, Lex. Can you pull a card for me and Jake? Jake is her brother. Because, yes, they're both in the hospital. So, sure, Emma, I will definitely pull a card. And hopefully, Miss Tarot D will pull a card for both of you as well. Do it. Do it, baby.
Is it her brother Jake? Jack? So I have one for each of you. So, Emma, I hope you like purple like I do because your card is totally purple. See through the perfectly purple lens of your galactic destiny. So, what the universe is basically telling you is to basically be ready because what you're going through is just a temporary moment because there are bigger and better things coming your way and it's so exciting for you, and there's the universe and the galaxy is getting ready to show you what your destiny is meant to be. So it's a time to feel very excited and very optimistic, and that whatever you're going through, I know it could feel scary. I know it might be painful. It might be uncomfortable, but it's going to be okay. And if anything, when you come through the other end, it's going to show you about a new purpose that you have in life or a new direction that you want to go to. So I hope you like purple because this card is totally purple you. Now, for your brother, the divine abundance, okay, you were born to align with love's will. Follow the Tao or follow the universe in serving something beyond the ego. Learn to be abundance and not chase it. Okay, so what it's saying about your brother is that um, have them allow their align their spirit with what their true nature is. Okay, so apparently there's been some discord between who they truly are and who they think they're supposed to be. And their ego is getting in the way, and they need to surrender their ego and just feel free to be the authentic self. Be who you are. It's okay to be who you are. And once you can get comfortable with that, you're going to reach a point of happiness and joy. So I hope that helps both of you.
Because I always call Jake Jack. Is it Jake? I always say Jack. I'm messing up everybody's name. Um, Today I pulled 2 cards for you, Emma and Big Brother, from the Divine Masters Oracle, Kyle Gray, the Divine Masters Oracle. And we got 2 beautiful cards. The first card that I pulled, I asked Spirit for, was for you, Emma. And that card is Bridget. Bridget is in a fire. Let your passion lead you to your purpose. This is the beautiful Bridget. And she's got some purple and all kinds of beautiful light and bright colors coming off of her. This is the beautiful Bridget. She is a Celtic goddess of Ireland, Bridget. And she's closely associated with fire and the season of spring. And the season of spring. And the message that Bridget brings to you is you are a highly driven, passionate being with the ability to make great changes in the world. And I do know that about you, Emma. I believe Emma is 14. Um, Emma is a bright light on my channel. And Emma comes in, and Emma, she is one of the kick-ass mods on my channel. And Emma's going through a lot. She's had several head surgeries and knee surgeries, and her brother also. And Emma has to be in the hospital for the whole summer until school starts. And so it's been very hard for her. And so, Emma, but you know what I always tell you, Emma, you're such a bright light, Emma. You're strong. You're a strong young woman. And I believe you get that from your mother, Portia. And you're very strong, Emma. And follow what lights you up. Emma loves Roblox. She loves to play games. Emma crochets or knits. Emma does all kinds of things. So, Emma, follow what lights you up, precious. For the spiritual fire within you is growing and glowing. And the sharing of your passion will lead to the fulfilling of your purpose. So, that card is for you, my little Emma, my love bug. Now, the next card I pulled, Jake, and this card is the Divine Director. And Jake, I think Jake, is Jake 16 or 17? I'm not sure. This card is create space for divine order to unfold. This is trust the process. So basically, trust the process. And you all are both in the hospital. So this card should resonate really with both of you. Trust the process. Create space for divine order to unfold. You are being guided to stop trying to micromanage the universe. You can't micromanage the universe and say, I want this to be over with and I want this to be done. You can't. Everything happens in divine timing. You're in the hospital to get well and to get better. So you have to follow the doctor's orders and do what the doctors say in order for things to happen. You just can't, we don't go to the hospital and we have a broken leg or we have a brain injury or whatever, and we go to the hospital the next day. It's like, okay, you go home. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. So sometimes events are beyond human comprehension. We don't always understand why things happen to us. We don't. But trying, to figure out the finer details of your life is what's holding you back. Don't try to figure these things out. You can't figure them out. You can't. It's, you didn't make yourself hurt yourself. These things happened, right? So you have to trust the doctors and trust the medicine that you're being given and trust, like the other day, the doctors did surgery on Emma and they told her she could not eat for a week. She could not have anything. She had intravenous, but she could not have water, ice chips, anything. And Emma's like, I'm dying. I need to eat. And I'm like, Emma, this is happening for a reason. And they will let you know when it's okay to eat. And sure enough, the next day, they came and Emma was able to eat one of her favorite things, tteokbokki, and she was feeling okay. So you have to trust in the process, both of you. Both of you, and brother and sister, both of you need to help each other get through this because you're both dealing with the same thing. You're both in the hospital. Help each other get through this. So that is my message for both of you. And I hope it resonates with you. You know that I love you. Lexi, all the way from North Carolina, and Miss Tara D, all the way from the Bronx. And we are sending that to you. Sending it to you, my beloved. Yes. How you doing, Miss Tara D? Yes, we can do that. So we only have time for maybe one more something. One more reading for who's that lucky person that's going to get a reading? Miss Tarot D, you picked five. Who's going to get a reading? Ward says, what's happening with my hair, Ward? I am with the beautiful Miss Tarot D today. So I decided to wear this pink hair to match Miss Tarot D's purple energy today. Confirmation. You see that bright light over my head? Yes. That's what's going on with my hair today, Ward. Okay. Let's see. Yes, the favorite witch. Miss Bridget would like one. Are we doing something for Bridget? Okay, awesome. And for you to get a reading from Miss Tarot D whenever they're here again. And there are so many beautiful people in our community that can do readings for everybody. Everybody, while we're doing this, mods, my tarot community mods, put your links in so people can find you and subscribe to you.
You to give up who you think you are. That is deep. That is deep. And I think that's just a reminder from spirit that we always ask the universe, what's next? What am I supposed to do? How can I do better? How can I grow? How can I glow? But yet when the opportunities present themselves to us, we cling on to the old self. And what spirit is trying to remind us is you can't grow and glow if you're not willing to let go. You're not willing to let that old part of you that no longer serves you leave you, wash away, be gone. You know, um, it's almost like it makes no sense to try to put on fresh cologne or perfume if you're not willing to take a shower and wash off all that old dirt and stench. You know, then you just basically are masking this this line. You know, the gutter, the garbage. You're just masquerading. What you need to do is be able to let go of that. Those coping skills, those protective factors that no longer work for you. They might have helped you in the past. They no longer work for you now. You need to let them go so that you can accept new blessings into your life and new ways of functioning with the world and new ways of functioning and relating to individuals. So if you want to grow and you want to glow and you want to manifest a better you, then you also need to let go of what no longer serves you and what has been hindering you from moving forward. You're being challenged by the universe. You ask for a card, careful what you ask for because you just might get it, my love. And good things are coming your way. Good things are coming your way because I think you're finally in a place in your life where you're ready to accept this challenge. And I love how they did like a little evolutionary spiral going up in a rainbow. It's just, can you see it there? Isn't that beautiful? So blessings and light, my dear. And Theo, I'm going to try to be on tonight to watch your live at 9 p.m. Eastern time.
The card that I pulled for you, hold on a second. I need to tell you what deck I pulled it from. Was from the Raise Your Vibrations Oracle deck, Kyle Gray. And it says, vibe so high, your aura becomes a magnet to blessings. And the card that I pulled for you is, let your inner fire warm you, not burn you. I love this card. It looks like a big sunburst. And the message for this card is, I take the time to replenish my energy. And I think that that's something for you, because you don't want to. You've got an inner passion, right? An inner fire, an inner passion that you hold within you, and it's something. I guess a part of you that wants to make a difference, a part of you that wants to make a difference. But the flame, it's like in your core, So basically, you always want to take that time to replenish your energy, because you just don't want to burn yourself out. I feel like you have so much passion for all the things that you always want to do, but then you don't take that time for yourself to replenish yourself. So do that for yourself. Don't burn everything out. You can't be everything to everybody. Everything, you just can't. None of us can. We need time to replenish our energy so that we can give back. And you have such a bright light and a bright energy. I could feel that from you. So follow the instructions. Let your inner fire warm you, but not burn you. So I hope this resonates with you, Bridget. I hope this resonates. Yes, Bridget said, my jobs are emotionally draining and I have a lot of interest. Yes, yes. So in other words, you got to take it one day at a time. You can't do everything all at once. You can't. And look, you see that bright light? Confirmation, baby. That is divine spirit right there. Confirmation. Yes. Yes. That's my spirit and guides right there saying yes. You're burning the candle on both ends. You can't work hard and play hard and do all the things and then don't take that time for yourself. So you've got to take that time for yourself. You have to. You have to. Okay, she says yes. Thank you, Lexi. It definitely resonates. So I'm glad it does. I'm glad it does. Everybody, this has been amazing. This has been the most amazing, amazing, amazing Sunday afternoon. This has been months in the making, by the way, for me and my older sister, my older. To get together, because this is a production. It takes a lot for Miss Tarot D to come here looking gorgeous for us. Yes. Ah, I love it. I love it. You know that I love you so much. I'm so grateful to you for accepting me in this community. And I love you. I love you so much. Us Bronx Queens. It was destined for us to be together, us Bronx Queens. Yes. Yes.
For people, regardless if they're younger, older, what their various backgrounds are, you just have created a wonderful place for people to virtually drop in and find members of like minded tribes who they can relate with and chat with and share with and feel connected with and be seen. Be seen. So many of us feel invisible in the chaos of this world. And unfortunately, not to get political, but we live in a government right now that wants to eradicate many different types of people. And if you don't fit a certain look or sound a certain way or believe a certain ideology, they want to erase us. And for the young people in the room, we've seen this happen during World War II, where and we've seen it through slavery, where people's identities were eradicated and their culture and their belief system. And we've seen it through the AIDS crisis, where they wanted to put end parts of this world where they want to put queer people to death. So we're seeing it happen again, where if you don't fit a certain image or certain mold or certain ideology, they want to erase you. And having safe spaces like Lexi's channel, where you can come in and be your authentic self, it's such a blessing. It's such a blessing. So I thank you. I thank you, you know?
Protected, and I try to protect my children as they are now known because they call me Mama Lexi. And I have some people in our tarot community who have been so nasty and who have me anymore or anything like that, and that's fine because I'm not here to please anybody. And but my channel is for everyone, young or old.
You know? You know, you would, uh, you know? Hmm.
So much hate and so many hateful people, but you know what? That's okay because we keep it moving over here, and we're doing good things for the community. And bye bye to them. Bye bye. Ah, confirmation. That light came up. That light came up. That's right. That's right. That's right. I did. Miss Tara, I love that fan. I love it. I gotta get me one that says sexy Lexi. I'm so glad that you were able to, because I know this was a long time in the making, and that you were able to be here today. And we were able to share this space and hold space for our beautiful family community, our collective. And this will not be the last time because we have got to do this again.
Energy. So I hope I didn't disappoint. It's just between yesterday.
Physically. So Miss Tarot D is not always going to be bubbly and not going to be going to your channels and not going to be all these things. Yes. And I think you look beautiful today. And thank Hector for the beautiful purple, for the beautiful makeup. And but of course he had the beautiful canvas to work with. So I mean. So I love you so much. I love this dress. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it's the butterfly. You look like a beautiful purple butterfly. And like I told you, my mother is the butterfly who's right here. And that right there was synchronicity when I saw you. I'm like, oh my God. So that was it. And the light just came on. So that was my mother saying yes. 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 You told me about it. I love it. It's so beautiful. My beautiful New York City. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, because you know I want my floor to ceiling windows to see the Empire State Building. Well, yes, we love you all so much. I thank you all for coming. There are so many beautiful messages. Everybody, please, when this live ends, please share this live stream. Please go to the live stream when it ends, when it goes public, and put in all your comments so that Miss Tara D can come back and read them. Please do that for us. Please do that. I love you so much. I love you, big sis. Mwah. I thank you all so much, and we will see you next time. Deuces! Bye!